Facebook, and it's the one pot pasta. And if you don't have one of these, you should really get one of these as well. It makes you look very professional at your party. I never thought about it until Cindy had it like up here, and she was actually reading the recipe off and doing it. I was like, that's so smart. It looks so good at your party. It looks really professional. You look like you know what you're doing. It's all together. And then there's even a page that has some of the features and benefits. So if somebody asks you a question, you're not completely sure, most of the info's here. We don't always know all the answers, and somebody likes to read stuff. I like to read stuff. I don't want to just be told. It's actually right here, and they can come up and read it anytime they want as well. So we're going to do the one pot pasta, and we have about half of an onion and 1 clove of garlic in here, and she's going to chop this up. I don't do set demos at my parties. I do cooking demos, so I'm really excited about this particular demo because this is probably one I'm going to start doing now. I was a little leery about using the pressure cooker in a party because sometimes it takes a long time. But this actually only takes 15 minutes in the microwave. And we're not going to do it today, but you can do this using your Fusion Master as well. So you can have your host provide, what do they call it? Chuck or sirloin, and you have it chopped up, and you can grind it in here. And you can put the onion and the garlic in here as well, and it'll all grind together. That's pretty awesome. But I had some ground turkey already at the house, so that's what I brought today. So I'm just going to put some ground turkey in there. And it looks great.
It's raw. You need to know it went in raw.
It goes in raw. Okay, so you're going to put all of that in there. And it is 8 ounces of whatever kind of meat you're putting in there. We're doing the turkey. And it calls for a whole onion, but I'm only putting half of it in there because it looks like a lot of onion.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good for you. Oh, I like onion.
Antioxidants.
I love this. If you have anybody in your family that doesn't eat onion, get one of these. They'll never know it's
My fiance doesn't like onions. He eats them all the time. They're so small you can't see them once they're cooked in there. You're good to go. Okay, so we are going to also put 1 teaspoon of the Italian herb seasoning. And if you haven't seen me do a training on my seasonings yet, this is something that I push big time. I have all of my seasonings right here available already in the little seasoning containers. And I have all of my seasonings in the packets in my little container here as well. And I have them at all of my parties. And when we pull out a seasoning, I talk about all of them. I take that 5 minutes, I stop, and I talk about all of the seasonings. I pass them around, I let everybody smell them, and you can take them home tonight. I keep them on hand, what I have. First come, first serve. People start fighting over packets of seasonings.
One?
And we'll use our little measuring spoons here. And when you're talking about your seasonings, 1 packet of seasoning will fill up the small container, and it takes 2 packets to fill up the large container. And if you've actually ever bought seasonings before, they're really expensive. So ours are actually very inexpensive, and I love that. They actually used to be more, and Tupperware actually lowered the price on them about 1.5 years ago. Made me really happy. It's my big seller. Okay, so we've got that in there. And then we're going to put a 24-ounce jar of marinara sauce. I bought Hunt's pasta sauce. Really simple. See, I'm just reading off the ingredients here. I don't have to know everything. We're going to put 8 ounces, which is 1 cup of, of pasta noodles. I had some macaroni at the house, so that's what I brought. On the ingredients here, it talks about penne pasta. Any kind of pasta will work. Everything that you put into the pressure cooker, it has to be covered by a liquid. It will actually burn outside of that liquid. I've had some little pieces of meat, and they're like really gross looking on the top. So make sure that everything gets completely covered by liquid. So to top it off, we're going to use a little bit of beef broth. Now, it calls for a cup. I'm just going to kind of pour it in until everything gets good and covered, because this is just adding a little extra flavor and adding that liquid that you need to cover everything.
Smells good.
No, that'll work. So we're going to mix it up a little bit, and then we're just going to pop it in the microwave, and it only takes 15 minutes. If we grinded our meat, it would take a few more minutes to do. And I'm going to start doing this in parties. I'm going to grind the meat there. We're going to do the pasta here. And while it's in the microwave, I'm going to make a really good white bean Tuscan dip. Invite me to your party. I'll come show you how to make that next time. Yeah, doesn't that sound good? White bean Tuscan dip. It's really good with some pita chips. So it'll go really well with our pasta dish that we have going on here. You make it in the Quick Chef Pro. It's one of my alternatives to making salsa all the time at my parties.
Show us how to cook that.
Okay, so we're going to close that up, and she's going to go put that in the microwave for 15 minutes. And while that goes in there, I'm going to tell you actually about the pressure cooker itself for a little bit.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay, I've never used it. That's why I was asking how
15
to
minutes.
make sure the lid is
And that was it, by the way. If that was dinner, we had dinner cooked and ready to go in the microwave. So, this is our wonderful pressure cooker. This is the real color. This is the pretty one. It hasn't been used yet, so I brought my old one to use because I don't want to make it dirty. It's pretty. And Susan Perkin talked to us about it on Saturday a little bit, and it was really awesome to hear that so many of the things that are on here, we have patents for. Nobody else is going to be able to make one that looks like this and that works as good as this. I did not know there was a cheaper version available ever. I don't know why anybody would want it. We have a Tupperware one. It's pretty awesome. So it has this gasket on the inside, and this can come out. This is one of your fail-safes. If the pressure gets too high inside, it'll actually fall in to there, and so it's not going to pop the top or anything on you and explode in your microwave. Anybody afraid of a pressure cooker because it might explode? Yeah, I kind of was. I had never cooked with one before, so this was pretty exciting that I couldn't blow up anything. There's a little valve. You laugh, but I'm serious. It's not that difficult to blow stuff up in your microwave. There's a little gasket here with a little hole. It kind of sputters out the pressure as it's cooking, and then when you stop the microwave as well, it'll continue to sputter out. And then there's this little guy here, and it pops up when the pressure is still inside and while the pressure is going down. This is really the main one you want to watch. This is your main indicator, because once it falls down, that's when you can open the sucker up. Okay, and it has a little handle here as well. It's a technical term. So it's got this last little handle here, and what I didn't know that Susan showed us is there is actually one more little guy in here, and this little gasket here protects a hole here as well. So if the pressure is still so built up inside, it will actually pop this little handle up in the groove here. It's not going to pop it off completely and like go flying, but it will pop it up just enough for that to get that air inside. So it's idiot proof. My fiance can do this. It's true though. It's true. Okay, like my Tupperware is all organized, right? Fridge Smart's over here, Vinton serves over here, and then he does the dishes, and there's leftovers in the Fridge Smarts. So yeah, he could do this. He loves to make pulled pork sandwiches. I can do this in 30 minutes in your microwave. We've done beans in here from dried beans. Now, when you put it in your microwave, you only put it in the microwave for 30 minutes. Everybody say that. 30 minutes only. Okay? You take it out, let the pressure die down. If it needs to go in a little longer, put it in for another 5 to 10 minutes. But you don't want to do it for more than 30 minutes in the microwave. Why? Right? Everybody wants to know why. I don't know, because that's what Tupperware said. Like, you don't have to know all the answers to sell Tupperware. It's because the pressure is built up and so inside, and you need to let that pressure die down before you continue cooking in the microwave. But if you don't remember that, you can tell them that you don't know, and Tupperware said so. That's the rules. There's rules. I always make sure that people read the pamphlet that comes in here. It comes with a pretty good-sized pamphlet. You really want to read all of that. It has some really great ideas in there for recipes as well, and cooking times for generic things. And then anything that you cook in a crock pot can go in here. I'll buy like the crock pot packets of seasoning, and I just follow that, and that's what I usually cook in here. And it's dinner in 30 minutes. I go to get in the shower, and dinner's ready when I get done.
Thank you, Jessica and Jennifer. So